Good morning, y'all. Up here at the top of Fire Creek Pass, and you can see the views where I just came from, and then spinning around the views up ahead with the clouds or smoke. I'm hoping clouds down the valley, and just a beautiful mountain vista behind, and then over here, kind of hidden with the sun. This is just so beautiful. This is one of my favorite views of the trail, honestly. This is incredible. And I hope this is the right way. But yeah, this is something else. And apparently it gets better, even than this. So yeah, this is gonna be a good day. Oh, walking over snow. Maybe this will be the last one. It's like a tiny patch. It's barely even walking over snow. But yeah. Yeah, doing like 22 miles a day, I think, planned. And it actually doesn't look like a terrible day. Just got to go downhill and then kind of end up in a valley. And then a pretty actually small uphill, all things considered, not like, it's not like Oregon, but by Washington standards, pretty small. And just got to hit that and then head back down to another valley. And after that, it's real, only like just over 30 miles into Suiattle from there, which is pretty awesome, because I'm ready to get into town already. It's only the fourth day out, and even yesterday I was like, oh my god, I got 3 more days of hiking after this still. So yeah, it's definitely, I'm glad I'm approaching the end. I'm worn out, burned out, need a bit of a break before I go hiking again. And by a bit, I mean like a week, because then I'll be hiking again. But yeah, these views do make it better though, because like even just over here, these little like just kind of side views, trying to get the lighting right, but yeah, it's just love coming up over these passes again. And I think, I've definitely talked about this many a times, but like the mountains are my favorite. There's lots of good views and different stuff that you can see, but oh, a marmot. If you can see them back there, just kind of sitting right by the bushes. I'll see if I can get closer, because they're pretty. Oh, nope, it's running off. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he ran to the bushes. Yeah, I'm getting up. So if you remember the marmots in the Sierra, those are yellow-bellied marmots. And the ones up here are a little bit different breed. They're called Olympic marmots because of the Olympic Mountains. And they're actually kind of on average just slightly bigger than other marmots. So they are like the biggest breed. And I've seen some out here where I thought it was a dog. I'm serious. Some of these marmots out here, a lot of it's their fur and how big it is. But they look like they weigh 40 or 50 pounds. I looked it up, and the most they weigh is like 25, but I've seen some where I'm like, that is a fluffy dog. Nope, just a giant rodent. So it's a lot of fun seeing them and just kind of watch them scamper around, because it's like they don't fear humans really. They will stare you down and not care at all. I think they're the most intimidating things. It's pretty funny. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the morning. Kind of rambling now. And I will see y'all up the trail. So yeah, later. Up here by Micah Lake. And that's all just a reflection. That is so beautiful. There's actually camping near here. I just haven't quite got to it yet. But Oh, so beautiful. Not sure what mountain that is, but those glaciers are pretty crazy. And then, oh, this awesome view out this way. Clouds just honestly make the views better. Oh, that's a good one. What's up, y'all? I gotta go on a bit of a rant real quick, so if you're not a fan of my rants, go ahead and skip forward a couple minutes. But I will say this one is not just me complaining. There's actually some advice in it. But getting into Washington with like kind of harder climbs and stuff, there's been a lot of fear mongering between, you know, just other hikers, comments on Far Out, stuff like that, where people want to talk about how hard a climb is or how it's a horrible section of trail. And, you know, a lot of people will believe that. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because people go on Far Out, like just did a climb a little bit ago. Don't get me wrong, it was hard. It was a rough climb, but people were like, this is the worst thing you'll ever do, worst maintained trail I've ever been on. And it's like, are you sure? You know, like, we did it, and like, yeah, it was a little overgrown. As one other commenter said, some little leafies touched my little leggies. So that one was the anti-fear mongering comment that I listened to, which you need to do, because so many people, they go and fear monger these comments and, oh, this is a horrible climb. But I've noticed that most people who comment about this stuff and about their horrible experience, you know, you only comment if you had an amazing time or a horrible time. You never just have like a normal time and then say, I gotta tell everyone about this. You know, like, it doesn't make any sense to do that. So, you know, I'll see these comments. It'll be like 10, 15 comments. Oh, this is such a hard climb. This is horrible. Blah, blah, blah. And kind of, you know, after it takes like that many, 15 comments for someone to finally be like, it's not that bad. Or to make fun of them, be like, some little leafies will touch your little leggies. You know, those are the ones that you listen to because they're like the everyday hiker. They're the normal hiker. They're not the person who went into it and for whatever reason that day, they were having a bad day. Maybe it was the end of their day. Maybe they didn't have enough water. Maybe they were hungry. For whatever reason, that climb was just exceptionally difficult for them. So then they have to tell everybody about it. Everybody reads it, and they go into it thinking that it's going to be a horrible climb. And honestly, you go into some of these climbs thinking they're going to be horrible, and it makes it worse when if you just go in not knowing, then it's not nearly as bad, because you're getting it with however you felt that day. You know, like just yesterday, the climb I did right before camp, it was a tough climb for me. It was really hard. But I was also, you know, like I said, like probably having an adrenaline rush coming down from it. Probably a little dehydrated. It was the end of the day. So for me, it was tough. And I could easily get on Far Out and be like, such a brutal climb. Worst climb of the trail. When, I mean, even people in my family, they came up and they're like, well, that climb wasn't bad. I'm like, you know, I had a horrible time. So, yeah, just definitely, if you are like going a Thru-Hike, you download Far Out, and you see all this stuff getting fear-mongered, definitely take it with a lot of salt. A little bit more than a pinch, I would say. because some of these, some people just want to get on and that be their way of, complaining about their day. They didn't have anyone around. They jump on far out. Just like I do on here. I'm just as guilty of it. A lot of times I complain about stuff, but could have just been having a bad week. Could have had something happen. I could have been dehydrated. For whatever reason, that part was just rough for me. So, yeah, definitely, you can't, everything is different perspectives. And some people just had a bad time that day. That also goes with, say you do a thru-hike or do a hike, and you're telling somebody about a section of trail, or you're commenting on far out, whatever. Take a little bit of introspection. Look at how you were feeling that day, and maybe, again, you were feeling bad for whatever reason. And it's just, maybe include that. It was a horrible climb, but I ran out of water, so it made it worse. Okay, that makes sense. Not everybody's you. You're not everybody else. And you read those comments. Don't get worked up about these climbs that people comment about, because they are the outlier. So, yeah, that's my bit on it. These views are incredible. Had a little, really good. I've been looking at them. These are awesome. Mountains in the background. So, ended on a bit of a good note. But anyway, that's my rant for right now. And then I'll see y'all later. So until then. I just want to give another quick chance to appreciate the absolute beauty that is this view. This is like top 3 views that I've gotten so far on trail. For sure. And without my face in the way, it's absolutely stunning. Walking through some old growth forest right now. Just look at how massive these trees are. I mean, it's huge, and they're all in this one. I wish there was a way I could give some kind of scale, but I'm tripping over roots everywhere. They're so huge, and it's a lot of trees like this. And then, blowdowns everywhere though. It's been a lot of fun all day. This is massive group of trees. And there's everywhere. And just looking up, they're huge. This is awesome. Thank you, PCTA, for this bridge, because this is over the Suiattle River. Not the Seattle, the Suiattle, I think. It's spelled a little weird. So it was blow down, but you can kind of just start to see the river. And yeah, this would not be fun to ford. And I was even looking at some places upstream, and nowhere would this be any type of safe. Yeah. A lot of the glacial silt it's called, I think, in the water, so you can't even get water from it. It'll ruin your filter. This bridge is perfect. And there's a toilet here if you can read that sign. Well, just got here in a camp. You can probably hear it sounds similar to the last part of the video. So I'm camping right by Suiattle River. At least I hope that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I'm gonna feel really dumb if it's not. But yeah, I'm right by it. You can actually see it kind of rushing by in the background. Some established sites here. fire pit. I don't know if that'll happen. I think there's like a fire ban on the whole West Coast, so it's not worth the risk right now anyway. So close to like, so close to the end. It's like, no, don't need it. Oh, yeah, today was pretty nice. Some incredible views. I think only one really bad climb, or one bad climb. I talked about it earlier. And then a lot of downhill today. So not too bad. Only, I think, just over 30 miles from Suiattle. So it'll be another 20 miles or so. Probably another like 22 with what I did today. Almost 23 actually. We'll do another 22 tomorrow, and then 10 into Thru-Hike, because I need to get to the post office. Got some care package coming in, some new shoes. And you're like, why are you getting new shoes? Like 80 miles. Yeah, but I got more hiking to do after the trail, So it's time. My shoes are pretty torn up anyway. You can see that is quite the rip. And in the toe, and that one's that's the worst one. But yeah, I don't even know if they'd last the rest of the trail if I tried to make them. But yeah, it's a nice day. It's good views, good hiking, and it's gonna be a good night. Get the white noise of the river in the background. Really nice campsite. I feel like I'm gonna sleep pretty well. So I will see y'all in the morning, and we will continue towards Thru-Hike and towards Canada. Getting super close now. So see y'all tomorrow.